I can let you do that every week except the last week. The last week, I can't extend it beyond midnight Thursday because I have to start averaging grades and get them in within a day or two, okay? So, here's the pattern. Session 1 always equals you having at least a couple of hours to go in and review the Blackboard materials, look at the videos that I have posted for you that you think will best fit how you want to use this class. So for example, for curriculum development, you'll want to go in certainly and look at the video that I provided on the 5 curricula. For fundamentals of public school administration, you definitely would want to go in and look at the video on the leadership styles, okay? So other videos like Popeye and how to do a 10-point posting fit all my classes. So number 1, first session number 1, does that show up pretty good for you out there? For session number 1, you definitely want to spend probably an hour and a half to 2 hours looking at all of the introductory materials, the Blackboard, I'll use BB for Blackboard, the Blackboard materials, the videos that you feel will be helpful to you, announcements, and besides the welcome announcement, you might want to look at some of the old questions and answers that I've provided. So until I get some new ones, look at the old questions and answers. And then probably by session number 2 or 3, I'll have some new questions and answers. So Q&As. And if you want to go to discussion board, which in my classes, we put all our assignments are posted in discussion board so everybody can share in what each other's doing. You all had to be A students to get in here. So you probably are not going to post anything you'd be ashamed of, right? So you go in and look at the old postings on discussion board. And it says don't post on those because those students are gone. They're not with us in our classes anymore. They might be in some other classes or they might be graduated, okay? So, but they're posting, some of them still cover topics that would be of interest to you. Some of them are, kind of out of date. You can tell. So look at those and see if they give you some sources that you would like. So, session number 1, session number 2. Oh, and then of course, you are going to do a 3-paragraph autobiography or self-introduction. And so basically in that 3-paragraph autobiography, tell me A, where you've been, B, where you are now, and C, where you'd like to be when you finish this degree. And I'll let you decide, how long you want to make these. You can tell us where you grew up, where you went to school, hobbies, about you, your family, whatever. Anything that you would like for us to know. If you include a photo, I'll give you a bonus point. I think that just makes the class a little more personal. It's not required, so it's just a bonus point if you include a photo. Where you are, where you're working now, or where are you in terms of your degree. If you're in my curriculum development class, I get people from over a half a dozen different degrees. So share your degree. Be nice in your heading, besides using the normal APA heading, which has your name, the date, the project name, and the class, and then of course center of the title. But it'd be nice for you to also include, maybe right beside your name or just under your name, your major, so that we'll know. That way when you're getting groups together, it'll help you find people that would be good for your group. If you don't put a heading with it, then when you make the thread on discussion board, we'll see it this semester only, but next semester it'll call you anonymous. But if you got a heading on the actual document, on the Word document, by the way, Word documents are the ones that open best, so I would prefer that you use Word. And sometimes if we have problems, you'll have to copy and paste it also to the text box. I'll put a message there if we can't open it for some reason. So, session number 2. So this is autobiographies due, and you have, probably take you an hour to do this, a couple of hours to look over the material. Okay? And so, session number 2. So how are we doing time-wise?
We're at about 12 minutes.
12 minutes. Session number 2, you are going to then do your first 10-point post. You only have to do one here, so that you still have a couple hours left to finish looking at all of the Blackboard material and the old postings and things like that. And you could use any idea there, from the welcome announcement, from Blackboard, from if you bought the optional text, something you saw in the introduction in the text, maybe something you saw in one of my videos, okay? And so I've recommended a couple of videos already, but that first 10-point posting will follow the 10-point format. The main thing I want here is that you know the format for the 10-point postings. That's found in the rubric in the syllabus under course information, okay? There's also a video on 10-point postings, how to do a 10-point posting. So I'm not going to cover that again. Now, after number 2, then we start a pattern. 3 and 4 go together. 3 will be 3 10-point postings. Why 3 this time and 1 back there? Because I was still leaving you plenty of time to look over the Blackboard materials and the old postings, to read a chapter if you have the optional text, to do some research in your school. But here, 3 10-point postings, and all of these should support the assignment that's on the calendar that's due on session 4, okay? And so then here's a project. Projects are usually papers, but you might propose something else. You might wind up doing a video presentation, or maybe a lesson plan, something of that sort. But most projects will be standard paper. These projects will generally be 2 or more pages, and so those will need cover sheets, whereas these 3 10-point postings, by the way, put all these on these 3 10-point postings, put them on one document with a heading that will fit all 3. That'll make it easier and save time for everybody. This same pattern then will happen for 5 and 6. 5 will be 3 10-point postings that relate to the project that is due on 6. Same thing for 7 and 8, and so on. Okay? So that's the pattern. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, is there anything else that you want to ask about that?
I don't think so.
How are we doing on time?
You're at 14:40.
Then that's perfect. Well, let's cut that one off and we'll go on to another